Hi, my little friends. So Minnie is once again back with you with your grammar book, the Grammar Hub, and we are at your own learning platform, Learn Forward. Going ahead, we'll be learning chapter 6 of your book and we'll be learning about a and the. Do you know what are these? Let's know about them. So match the following pictures with naming words. So can you see the pictures and match them quickly? Let's do it faster. I can see everybody excited. It's so easy for you. Yes, that is a parrot. Good. This is a tree, of course, and the child's favorite rolling ball. This is, wow, orange, juicy orange. This is your umbrella that you use during the rain or in the sun. And this is your fish. It's done. So let's move ahead. And what about articles? See, there are three articles I have told you, a, and the. These are the only three articles and we use them before naming words. That's why we have quickly recalled what are naming words here. Naming words are the words that give name to anything around, right? And before naming words, we use a and the, which are called articles. Now, let's learn more about them. We have some examples here. A boy eats an apple. Now, when we are saying a boy, first thing to know is we are talking about one boy. When we are saying an apple, we are talking about one apple. And another thing to note here is a boy means it can be any boy. I am not talking about any particular boy. A boy means any one boy, could be any, right? So it is not identified. And similarly, an apple is one apple. It can be any apple. A boy means any boy and an apple means any apple. If I say I saw the Taj Mahal. Now Taj Mahal is also a naming word, isn't it? And I'm using the before it. Why? Because Taj Mahal is a special building. It's a monument. So I'm using the before it. I'm talking about that particular monument. So this is how we use the articles before naming words and we'll learn more about them ahead. So when to use a or an? First thing to remember is a and these are the two articles that we use to show that we are talking about one only. So wherever you see the article a, wherever you see the article an, it means one, right? Now the second thing to remember is a is used before a consonant sound and an before a vowel sound. Now let's quickly recall what are vowels and consonants. Vowels are, how many vowels are there in English alphabet? 5. A, E, I, O, U. Very good. So these are the 5 vowels we have learned. So whenever your naming word starts with any of these, we will be using an, and for the rest sounds, we will be using a. Remember this. So a and are used to show one thing. This is first you have to remember. A is used because we are using for one. That means we are using for singular nouns and they start with a consonant sound. So if I talk about this, what is this? Cat. How many cats? There is only one cat. So rather than writing one cat, I say a cat. I don't say I have one cat. I say I have a cat. That means one cat. Now I look at this sound. It's a noun. It is one. And then I will look at the sound C. It's not a vowel. So I'll be using a here before the consonant sound. Next again, this is one. This is a naming word and a consonant sound. So again, I'll be using a. So this is how you have to identify. Shirt is again a because it's a consonant sound. Lock, again a consonant sound and it is one. A chair. So ch is again a consonant sound. It is one. So I'll be writing a here. Next you see is a girl again. So G, that is again a consonant sound and we have just one girl here. So again a with it. Now what about an? When the naming word starts with a vowel sound, then we use an before it, like an ice cream. So it's beginning with I, ice cream. And it is one, so I'll be writing an aunt. So a again, that is a vowel sound, I'll be using an ink pot, again vowel sound, so an apple, again a vowel sound, and it is one, so an aeroplane. So these are the different sounds that are all vowel sounds. An umbrella, so again, because it is one, it's a naming word and it is a vowel sound, so I am using an before. I hope you have understood the difference between the use of a and an. Now moving ahead, we have an exercise here. Pick the correct use of a or an. So some pictures are given. You have to focus on the words. You have to focus on the vowel or consonant sounds and then identify whether you will be using a or an. So look at this. This is ox. That's a vowel sound. So we will be using an. We have ticked here an. This is truck. So your sound is a consonant sound. Yes, good. We'll be using a before it. Bag, again a consonant sound. Good. This is eagle. This is a vowel sound. So we'll be using an. Umbrella is again a vowel sound. So an. This is computer. Is it a vowel or consonant? It's a consonant. So we'll be using a here. Yes. Let's move ahead. I hope you have understood this difference now between the vowel and consonant sounds. So moving ahead, we'll be learning about the third article, that is the. Where is it used? So the first use is when we are repeating about something. How? When there is repetition, like Riya has a book. Now in the first sentence, we are using a before the book because this is one book, first thing, and it can be any book. I'm just talking in general that Riya has a book. So it could be any book. But when in the next sentence, I am again referring to the book, I mean I am talking about the same book about which I have talked in the first sentence. So here in the second sentence, when I am repeating, I am referring to this same book, I will be using the before it. Okay. So while saying, we mean something we have already talked about. So for identification, for making it particular, we use the article the. Not for the first time, please remember this. So Riya has a book. The book is very small. So we are talking about the same book that Riya has, right? The next use is before the names of rivers, mountains, famous buildings like we have read about the Taj Mahal, and holy books, and also the newspapers. If you would have heard about the names of newspapers, we say like this: the Times of India, the Hindustan Times, the Economic Times, isn't it? So there with the names of newspapers, we are always using the. Similarly, for the names of rivers, mountains, we use the before them. The Nile, the Ganges. So this is the before the name of the river. The before the name of the mountain, the Himalayas, the Mount Everest. So this is the before the names of mountains also, before special buildings, the monuments also, the Red Fort, the Taj Mahal. Then this is the holy book, the Ramayana. The Times of India is the newspaper. So we use the before all these names. Then before the naming words that are only one of their kind. If I talk about sun, do you see more sun in the sky? There is just one. It's one of its kind. Moon, it's one of its kind. So when we talk about such things, the earth is just one. So before such universal things that are one of their own kind, we use the earth, the sun, the moon, like this, right? So these are the points, 3 points you must remember. Let us quickly say, when we are talking about something in the second sentence or paragraph about which we have already talked, So while referring to the same thing, we use the, then we use the before the names of rivers, mountains, monuments, newspapers, and we use the before the names of holy books also. And the third point we have learnt is we use the before the names of universal things. Universal things means which are one of their own kind. You don't have any other for them. Now it's time to do one exercise. Read and fill in a, an, or the article. Sun. Yes, it's one of its kind. It's universal, so we'll be using the. The Big Ben is a clock. So we are referring to particular. This is the. Elephant has a trunk. So we are talking about any elephant. We'll say an elephant has a trunk. Have you read? Ramayana is a holy book. So we'll be using the here. I ate lychee. It can be any lychee. So if I ate one, I'll say I ate a lychee. And apple is the vowel sound here. So I'll say and here it was a consonant sound. I need. You need just one umbrella. It is vowel sound. So it will be an. As it is raining, so you need to go out and carry umbrella. Jenny can drive, and if he knows driving, he can drive any bus, not a particular one. So it's a and a consonant sound. So also it is. Harry is a fat boy. We are talking about boy, and the fat F is consonant sound here. Now moving ahead. So now what all do I know? A and the, these are the three articles. A is used before a singular naming word which starts with a consonant sound. Whereas an is used before a single naming word that starts with a vowel sound. Yes. And we have learnt about three uses of article. The first use is for a naming word already been talked about in the previous sentence. Then for the names of rivers, mountains, famous buildings, holy books and newspapers. These are the 5 things you have to remember in this point. And before the naming words that are only one of their kind, that means they are universal. So let's go ahead and it's time to do some exercise. Pick the correct answer. To show one indefinite thing, that means you are not sure about it, person or animal, what do you use? Do you use a, do you use an, or you use both? Of course, we are talking about indefinite, we are not sure. We can use both depending on vowel or consonant sound. Which of the following is correct? Do you say a, I? See, this is a vowel. An apple? Yes, it is correct. And do you say an bird? No, that's a consonant sound. So only this is correct. I met old man, a old man or an old man. Because we are talking about one, we are using an article here, and this sound is a vowel sound. So an will come here, not a. So this is the correct option. I read. Bible is a holy book. So before that we use the. Now here again you have the pictures. You have to write a or an. So you'll just look at the initial sounds, whether they are vowel or consonants, and we'll quickly do that. An X. Letter. Yes, this is consonant. Again, a consonant, so a doll. A pencil. Very good. Very good. A tree. Again, I can hear your sounds, and that too with confidence. Owl. Yes, that is a vowel sound. Again, this is a consonant sound, and the rest 3 you'll be doing yourself. I'm getting quick answers from you. So please try and do this yourself. So this was all about articles. Please practice more of the words and keep doing them. A, an are used for singular naming words with vowel or consonant sounds. You must always make a difference and make it a practice, make sure. The is used for the 3 things we have told. Before something we have already talked about. Before the names of newspapers, monuments, mountains, then rivers and holy books also. And then the is also used before. What was the third point we have learned? Come on, quickly tell me. Universal things that are one of their own kind. So remember these points. Keep using the article and make it a habit. We'll be meeting on more interesting sessions in English grammar. Till then, enjoy learning. Happy learning, children.